I read the book of John last month, and I've been thinking a lot about the part where he washes his disciples' feet. While he's washing their feet, he tells them that they're already clean, except for Judas. So as people who are already clean, they only need to wash their feet still. If you compare this passage to the one where Jesus sends his disciples out to witness to people, he instructs them to brush the dust off of their feet of anyone who rejects the gospel. Then with the foot washing, he tells his disciples to follow his example of washing each other's feet. Now this could be taken literally, and Jesus means for us to physically wash each other's feet as an act of service. It could be kind of humbling for some people. But while Jesus was washing their feet, he was speaking of a spiritual cleanness, not a physical one, which is why Judas was said to be unclean still, even though, presumably, he washed his feet as well. I say presumably because it doesn't say that Judas was excluded from the feet washing, just that he washed his disciples' feet, and that Judas was still considered to be unclean after. This is because it was the disciples' belief in Jesus that made them clean, which is why only their feet were in need of washing, because while they're not of the world, they are still walking around in it, just like us. In the previous passage, before the foot washing one, Jesus is talking about being the light of the world. He uses an example of night and day, and how you can't see to walk around at night, so you will stumble and fall. But if you walk during the day, you can see where you're going and stay on the right path. And that's why, after he ascended, only those of us with faith in him will remain in the light. And just like he wasn't speaking of a literal light and darkness, but about himself being the capital L light of the world, I think that you don't have to interpret the foot washing as being literal. While we're in this world, we're bound to carry trace elements of the world with us, just like we carry dirt on our feet. So, in fellowship with each other, we can help our fellow believers not to track that dirt into their homes, in a spiritual sense, of confessing to one another, praying for one another, encouraging one another, and correcting one another if need be, so we don't get so bogged down with worldly troubles that we forget about our true home. There's a lot of hopelessness that we experience when we lose sight of our heavenly home and we forget that this isn't all there is. So when you wash each other's feet, figuratively, you can remind each other and be reminded of the hope that we all share and help each other not to get too discouraged. That's all. Don't forget to pray and read your Bible, even if you don't feel like it.